Low addicted. We'll go fight.
Bro, I don't deserve this. Put me in second split.
I'm glad you're here, John.
I'm not. I was already dog water pace. I don't want to have to deal with this.
I'm glad you're here, Jordan.
Thanks, Joe. I'm glad you're here too, man. You know what, John? I think it's going to work out for you, man.
Yeah, we'll see. My affixed practice was not a good indicator of success.
quit doing that. Here we come. 5 away. As of right now, we're short of making it. The estimated strength of field is 6,044. Like to say hello to all of our supporters, all the great fans that are here today. It's great to see the stands as full as they are.
Good luck, everybody. I love you.
It's hard to see down the backstretch.
We
Maybe
have
it's just
12
a
sets
lot of
tires.
tire smoke.
Yo! You did that? You did someone?
He did what? He did someone, apparently. It was the wording there. Who did he do?
Got some front damage.
Bobby Z last night.
Be aware of that. The run did have a little bit of damage.
Was it enjoyable?
One to go.
I don't know, ask him.
So looks like it'd be on the inside. Should help us a
I'm
little
sorry.
bit.
I'm so sorry.
Closed right now.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but sorry.
Looks like it'd be lining up behind the 25. Earl, please try to get a look at the front end and see if it's fucked up or not. Looks that way.
It really wasn't that bad.
Safe, man. Ready to rock and roll. Do it, Earl. Yes, sir. Green flag.
think he's sitting, guys.
This might be better. Maybe that's just what he wants us to think.
Wrecking in turn 4.
He was definitely pitting.
Why'd y'all run into him?
That
guess
lap
I
was
didn't
a
know he
really
was
good
finished.
lap, man. Good job.
What's going on? You're muted. Okay. I see how it is. Can you see me? You just hate me because you got me so muted. Hello?
Inside.
So you don't hate me.
Still inside.
No, you were muted. So I said, you just hate me because you're not responding.
Clear.
I kind of figured.
Inside.
What's the time splits for tomorrow?
There at the bottom. Clear. Clear.
Hey, shit. Please don't stop. Okay, good. Even though you got a little bit of sofa on that bitch.
Inside.
If you get a caution, you should start streaming,
Clear low.
but not until you get a caution. I don't want you to have someone to blame for if you get yourself fucked. You know what's... Oh, what are you streaming? Wow.
Still inside. Clear low.
See me, I can't say certain things. Gosh darn it. I'm not gonna lie, I honestly forgot what your username actually is. What the f- How do I change the volume?
Inside. Still there. Looks clear, clear, clear.
Is it fixed or open?
You got it here?
Thank you.
Does it do the same if you're on the outside?
Inside. Still there. Clear low.
What, on tires? You're supposed to do another 40? Oh. And you've tried the higher entry, later apex, all that. Does it still just not rotate? Wait, it's honestly kind of bugging me that you have Discord playing through your stream, but not yourself. Well, not just that, but it's also the fact like
Sorry, I didn't mean to tag you there.
like one or the other. Have both or have
Yeah,
one.
you did.
Look at the front end to see if it's fucked up or not. Looks that way. Going on the bottom. Caution, caution, caution. Temps real quick and then tell me what you got. Screw it in.
Oh, we were cooking.
Alright, looks like you're gonna be lining up behind
Yeah,
the
I'm amazed I didn't
23.
get slimed out immediately.
How bad? Well, I'll be back.
Go alley.
Should be starting behind the 23. We've got to pass the pace car. We should be behind the 23. Looks like you should be lining up behind the 23.
Hey,
The road
man.
is open.
Hello.
Here we come. 5 away. Good, sure mark. Now, straight in here. Leave it on me, copy. We'll get you fixed up, man.
Are we there yet? No, we're not even 10%. We're like
Go, man,
7.5
go,
right
hard,
now.
hard, hard. You should be behind the 18. Now, we haven't hit nothing. Just keep rolling, man.
Sorry.
One to go, one to go. I think we're going to be on the inside. Looks like you should be lining up behind the 30.
was your guys' tire wear like? I was 94 on the right front and somehow 91 on the left front.
How did you do that to your right front?
What, 94? Or
Yeah.
is that bad or good?
All I'm saying is you probably don't want to hear the people in the back what their tires were.
97, 98.
Yeah, we might be cooked.
All right, Earl, man, bring them home. Good job.
Not really. I was going super slow. Just vibing.
Green flag. Front straightaway. Outside.
What a
You
save.
can get in there, big Earl. Working on the
Was
ball.
that on me? Like, I was on the inside and I got a 0 out.
Inside.
I was completely alongside whoever was spinning.
Net code, it looked like.
Nah, okay.
Thinking cables are not killing me there.
Yeah, we live.
Sorry for what I did on the quad last lap, Joe.
Is that the sun I see?
Sorry, Jordan. Sorry.
That's okay.
Thought you wanted your right rear heated up a little bit.
Jordan, can I be your fun truck substitute teacher? I'll take that as a maybe. racing at Atlanta.
Incredible racing here, sure.
Sorry, Wyatt.
Hey man, you're completely fine.
Give it what it'll take, bud. You got lots of room behind you. The gap is 1.5.
What did you do to Bucky?
Bucky's still here.
Just with them inside the car.
Always bring your beaver with you. I hate Bucky's.
Sorry, Jordan.
That's okay.
I just want to lead a lap.
You only get one.
Might be.
We'll take a look at it here. I got nothing from up here, Dad.
Sorry, Peyton, I got bumped to the side.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't know where the...
No, it's chill, we're all alive.
We're good.
Start.
Sorry, John. I tried to back out of that.
No, you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, that was all my skill issue.
I don't think anyone did anything wrong.
I was gonna push.
Sorry.
Oh, how's it going? A lot to gain. Yeah, you might be cooked. What's a purple name mean?
Inside. Looks clear,
Not
clear, clear.
there's two people with the
Inside.
key, which I would assume is not pro, and then there's a gray.
Still
Right.
I don't know why I listened to
Clear.
a briar for a second. I got scared. It's just the left bird, that's what it is.
I doubt that in top split. I would hope they know how to get to fair road. True. I can tell you're shifting. Huh. That was a lucky guess. How was it you doing? You open?
Outside. You're gonna look at your fuel pressure gauge.
Yeah, I
You're
ain't
gonna look
doing
at it
that.
so you know where it's at. If you see a flash, just still outside.
You could have me.
The field is 6K. Right. Wait for others to make a mistake. I say you're going to be in this race for a long time here. See if I can fix my trading things.
Right, just start keeping an eye on that fuel pressure light for me. Inside, inside. Still there. Still there. Clear low. Good job, but nice and smooth. Bring it around a pin this time. Outside. Clear. Coming at you guys. 5 away. Add sure mark. Now.
Taking them
turn in,
this
turn
time.
in, turn in, buddy. Come on.
Getting here.
Go in, go, go in, go, go in, go.
Make that time up on the stickers.
Front straightaway. Caution, caution is out. What can
What?
we do to try to help it if we do get another restart?
Ooh.
The road is closed. Looks like you'll be lining up behind the 29.
Yeah.
Does that just cook everyone that was going into pits when the caution came out?
Yeah, is out.
Yeah.
Yippee!
Who was that?
You gotta let these guys go.
We're gonna have to come around.
Can someone tell me what the caution is for?
Alright, so we're gonna have to
It
come
looks
around
like
on 23.
entering the pits.
We're gonna restart
I got
behind the
bought
29.
out front on track, so I'm not exactly sure.
Open.
Usually it's for a crash. Could have been for weather.
Anybody pitting right here?
I am.
Yeah, I'm coming in. I declare pitting.
I'll also be bidding.
This is like literally not paying.
I mean, they in theory should, unless there's someone who.
Gonna have one come to the outside. They could be
They-
lining up behind the 29.
Damn, I'm not even a lucky
Should
dog.
be behind the 23. Lining up behind the 29.
Nothing.
Should be lining up behind the 23. You're gonna be lining up behind the 32.
I got down to 70% on the front right. Let me guess, you guys are gonna be like,
I was at 95 actually. Bad news, it was 99.
Get behind the
No,
32.
No, I was fine, I was like 77. Actually, no, 78, sorry.
okay, so I'm getting there. I don't know how to tire save at all. Like, the only reason I'm 5K is because I farmed street stocks for a week.
Jordan, can I do the fun check?
I tell you what, Charles, we're about a quarter of the way through. Yeah, you can do it.
Oh, guys, I'll be substituting for Jordan. Is anyone having fun today?
I was.
I mean, I'm still having a good time. The racing's been nice, and we'll get him back.
We are on one to go. No
Glad you guys are having fun. Oh no, what happened?
Negative, they called it off. Alright, you're gonna have to come around the safe car.
The number 17 was
Be
trying
lining up
to like
behind the
Saudi drift
32.
off that exit for some reason.
When was the fun check invented?
I don't know. But what I do know is the visual of the sun being out, but yet still some of that fog hanging in the air is really weird.
Coming around at 17.
I agree.
You're behind the 32.
It's a lot more realistic than just the fog.
I wish there were 2 oval races in Charlotte a year.
Come around at 18.
I guess it was better for you to not be Lucky Dog 6.
Alright, you're gonna have to come around at 8. It's gonna be
Halfway
green
to
next
halfway.
time. 1 to go.
Do y'all think I'm gonna have enough time to make it to the open race?
When does open start? Like 9? Okay, yeah, so 9 normal time.
They'll probably be close.
Listen, if you go off of Central, you're just a little freak. Like, I'm not here to name names, but, you know, everyone that's west of the East Coast is just doing it wrong. We should pull a China and just have it, like, the entire country be Eastern.
Sorry, I had to sit there to have a balance from like, but did I cause a delayed green? Because I did not spin there.
If you're talking about the exit of pit road, I don't know why it delayed the green, to be completely honest.
Coming to the green. Make sure you stay in
I
line
just
before
hit
you
the
cross our finish line.
inside bump there on the exit, and I barely got it, but I didn't think
Time to do
that
some
was what was delayed.
practice.
Ready?
race
For the
track
only
mode.
endurance
Yeah,
race I intend to
play.
run. Yeah.
Bracket in turn 1. Outside.
I say you'll take one, but I don't know if you want to be in one.
Hat still my I don't think I hit you.
Yeah, just race with integrity, that's all.
What are you adjusting? I heard that.
Hey, Brian, I brought a new camera. Oh, thank God. Is it a Sony? No, it's like a better Nikon camera. Like it shoots in like 2040.
Finally fixed my throttle on Moses, so I don't have to like max out the spring to get 100%.
No, 2040p.
Good game, bud. Going good.
Good. Can't beat them, join them, right? Oh yeah.
See, this right here is why we need an E. That log.
We need someone to straight up Yuri their vortex. I don't know, I just got hit.
Don't say that. I'm hoping that the 600 is a good race. It will be because I won't be able to watch it. That's how it's gonna work. The race I don't watch will be like Kyle Busch wins or something. Kyle Busch wins the Coach 600. I don't blame you. I was trying to get my mic to work as soon as we wanted.
Ripper.
And I sped. I did, and then all my settings got remapped.
That's 10% off right front.
You gotta get to halfway. It won't count. Doesn't count towards eligibility, right? What's your point? I don't know, you run them from time to time. Well, I don't know that. Somebody does, I guarantee you that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for letting me burn my right front up.
You're most very welcome.
I guarantee you he's tired of hearing that joke. And that one.
Brian, you do this every week. Is this a smart decision to really save you, or?
I don't know. I really don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I would do what I did last run, but
That's like you have 3 cars to deal with, so you're gonna get side drafted by those guys. Where now you got to go through the entire field and get side drafted.
In all honesty, Andrew, I really just want to pull off. Set up stuff.
I'm said Nashville next week, isn't it?
It's not that bad. I mean, it's tight, but not terrible. And it's nice for when you need to unplug your brain. It's like melted 300 laps in.
No, it's pretty awful.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty bad. I think you guys are just too picky. Have fun eating your chicken nuggets and mac and cheese till the race is over. Now you just gotta burn your shit up and go to the front.
Just let you fucking.
You guys should get status like me. My car is better with now.
Now I can give Casey dirty air.
That's even worse.
That we had. Well, it doesn't usually work.
So you're in the Kyle Busch trap. Burn your
Hey,
tires
Walter,
up and
has
then
Tyler O'Neill told you good night yet?
don't even have anything to show for it.
I don't know who that is.
Oh. Well, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I just swore I was on the phone with him. just a minute ago
Monaco?
and heard your voice.
Bro.
No, I'm just kidding. He's sitting right
Speaking
next
of that,
to
I'm
me,
testing the
like,
Kansas set at Nashville.
He took some nitro.
I don't know, I haven't yet to make a corner, so. Oh, it is
Wait, what?
not. It is not. It is not. It doesn't do anything. Like, I have the wheel locked into the corner and it just doesn't do anything.
Where's the traffic really got to him? He couldn't feel
Like
it.
the McConey, Kansas set
Yeah.
A old Mooresville reference?
at Nashville, and you expect it to do something.
I don't know.
Mooresville sucks.
I forgot, are you going to be online tonight?
That was just too much fun to say.
Yes, probably. I don't
He
know.
wasn't even on that. He was
I
on
want to.
Wally
That
School
was
Road,
25.
I have all of
I live
tomorrow
off of
off,
that one.
so we have all of that.
I
I
don't have
could
tomorrow
go.
off.
Well, I mean, like,
Raleigh isn't that bad though. Like River Highway, like, atrocious.
hey, where's Matt
Oh,
Farley?
yeah, every single day.
I'm just planning the idea in your head.
It's not bad about Mooresville.
Whether or not you choose to exist tonight will be your own.
Nothing. I mean, there's low taxes, which
Well,
people
I
like,
mean-
but it comes with the cost of everything else. And traffic is pretty bad because townhouse. It's like every other part
Oh.
of America where townhouse.
We're listening to the
Dad's
college
over-
burning Mango's brain here.
Dad is over to the shop right now.
Hmm.
If I get a response from him, I'll go over. If I don't get a response from him,
But yeah, if you ever see a
it's a 50-50 shot if I go or not.
around, you know who it is.
Sorry for touching you.
I really should go over there. But I don't know.
Inside. I'm still inside.
You have a father. You work on shit with him.
Still inside.
Yeah.
Clear.
Does he have like?
I work
There's-
with him.
Yeah. Okay. There's points at, and I'm sure you know this, but like, there's points of working on shit with your father, and you just end up standing around doing jack shit because they don't know, or they don't think you can do it.
Yep.
And that is basically what is going on. It's basically I'm in the hey, hold the light
Grab the 10 mil.
phase right now. I am the hold the light phase basically, which is so fucked up because it is legit fucking drilling hole.
Sorry.
Bros
It's
Mike
over.
heard him and said no.
I'm just joking.
We are where you expected to be.
21's gonna go to the ref.
Then go beat him.
Faster, my man.
Last time I was a 28 car, I finished 10th and gained 2 iRating. No. I'm not. I was a little annoyed that I only gained 2. Like, I'd gain more, honestly, if I ran a split as, like, the 6 car and finished 8th. I'd gain more than if I...
Inside. Still inside. We're low.
I really don't look at my mirror. I'm trying to find deviate or clean it.
That's weird, because 3 and 4 is one of the problem. Oh, and there goes Mongo. Right. Nice. You mean for the next caution? Yeah. How well does that mentality work? I was about to say, how well did that mentality pan out for you last? Probably a good call. Yeah. What's the lifetimes looking like? That's the question. I'll say I can't.
More early, I'm looking at when he drives
What?
by here. Make sure everything's okay. I'm pretty sure it's fine.
Stop hitting the wall.
We're fine.
Stop hitting the wall. Well, stop hitting it.
Inside. Go inside.
Lock off!
Hang there.
shit is the inverse of every time I've ever raced Charlotte. It's the opposite way.
I now have an answer for you, Joe.
Let me guess, you're not gonna be on.
Like 8:39.
Huh?
8:30, 9 o'clock.
8:30, 9 o'clock. Well, we might have some time for some time.
Yeah.
There's a possibility of rain tomorrow, so we might not work about kind of the old boss man's discretion, you know?
Yeah. I'm limited to the point where, like, I cannot get more than 40. I can't get more than 40 hours. And because today is Wednesday, it's usually our busy day, I got told, hey, come in, we got to finish off the detail from yesterday, because that was a bitch. And then fucking, it's the busy day, and rather than coming in at 1 till 7, come in at 9 till 7. And tomorrow's supposed to be raining, and we don't have the detail, so you're probably going to end up with that off. And then I got told today, hey, tomorrow, since it's going to be shitty, there's nothing for you to do. Just stay home.
Fair enough.
But
I'm hoping I get told.
with the, yeah, with the, no, I'm actually Walter Red. Nah,
Walter Ginger?
Walter Red, the fake black. Honestly, Bluff is not far. Bluff is not far off from being a ginger. Yeah,
No, that's
Ginger's
only when
now
I
black.
brought it up because y'all are weird about it.
No, it's like all over TikTok where, you know, gingers are the new black. Or not new black, but gingers are...
Your TikTok's a
Gingers are
different
black.
type of place than mine.
Dude, it all started because of fucking NASCAR. Like, all of that part of TikTok is because of NASCAR sending it to me in my DMs. Between that and, like, my IRL buddies, since there's me and then there's another Matt in the friend group, and we're both 21, around the same, like, they call us twins, except he's, like, borderline ginger, and I'm definitely not. But just because of that, I get called a ginger, because we're quote-unquote twins.
Sounds like something a ginger would say.
They're all fucking
You what?
hair reveal.
A hair. I just cut all of
Hair
mine.
reveal. It's just gonna be a
Genuinely-
very hat, because fuck that.
Genuinely, I have a lot of hair, and I cut it off today. Like, I am
Yeah.
straight buzz cut right now. I had a lot of hair.
Oh
dude.
shit. Buzz cut.
Yeah, it's more because I'm tired of having hair getting it, like, dusty and sweaty and
Having
stuff
hair in
from
general.
work
You're going
day.
bald.
I wouldn't do it in the summer. I couldn't care less.
I'm
Oh,
guessing
okay.
you're a hat guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, I grew my look. In the wintertime, I have like a full head. Like I have two different types of the year. I have my winter time and my summertime. In summertime,
Well,
my
it's
hair is
insulation.
short. Oh, 100%.
Like, no, that's 100% because I do the same thing. It's like, it's insulation up there. Like, summertime, short haircut. It's
Yeah.
like, for me, it's a variation of the same thing, but it's just like, I go a lot longer in between getting a haircut.
This one was 5 months. As I got my mistake.
God damn.
Yeah, like I said, I had a lot of hair. I bet
Yeah,
look
but then
at-
you go down to a buzz cut. That's different.
okay, it's not a buzz. It's 4 and a 6. I don't know if y'all. To
Was
me,
that,
it's a
like-
buzz.
That's gotta be what, close to an inch? Like 3/4 to an inch?
Probably an inch and a little more. That's how it is right now.
The 6?
I don't know. Look, I just pay somebody else to do it.
Hello. How's it going?
Well, Smart's running a
Hey,
400
how
lap
much
race.
is Ready or Not while it's on sale?
Ready or not? 30?
So you're saying that you're gonna get Ready or Not while it's on sale for $30 rather than spend an extra 10 for Farm Sim.
Farming sim is $50.
You're expecting Mango to know how to do math.
Okay, no, I thought it was 40. Then you got 10 street stocks on each. Oh, why we can't combine late models? That's like adding I to a fucking negative square root.
What?
That's a negative.
That's the dumbest thing I've heard you say.
But it's really not, because that actually kind of makes sense.
Does it?
Because a negative times a negative equals a positive. Remember?
So I is quote unquote imaginary, but it's the square root of -1. That's why I said a negative square root, because it ends up being a
I
positive.
know, I just wanted to hear you
fucking-
work through it. I want
Dude,
to hear
okay,
the cogs in your
there's
brain.
one thing I'm good at, it's
spin.
fucking math, okay? So fuck you.
Hey, Mango,
I'm not.
he ate a cookie yesterday without your permission.
What the fuck? Dude,
Hey,
those are 3-year-old stale cookies. Those are only to be given out, not to be eaten.
No, I gave those to
Okay.
I gave the moldy cookies to NASCAR. Don't worry.
And you didn't tell
What?
me? That's how we pay Blanca. In WaterNet. How do you think we get him on the farm sim servers?
I do not pay for WaterNet.
We pay him with multi cookies. It's 1 per year. No, he only has. He only
the
takes the
soggy
soggy
ones.
ones.
Yeah, they're soggy.
They don't grow. They
They're
don't
not
grow mold
moldy.
yet. Okay.
Yeah,
Do we
the
gotta
blue cheese
pre-soak
has
them in,
mold,
like-
but that's completely different, you know.
Okay, no. So what we do with NASCAR's cookies is we take a thing of Tito's, we put it in a bowl, and then we take a cookie, and then we soak it in there for a year. That's how he gets his cookies.
Year. I think
If
that's
he's a
probably
good
gonna
boy,
be-
it's a 2-year cookie. Okay.
A 2-year cookie?
Yeah.
I've been a good boy.
I was about to say, bro. Oh my.
NASCAR, you're not getting any Tito's. Just for that, you're not getting Tito's. So Jay,
Yeah.
I have an idea. Okay,
Oh boy.
business decisions. Okay,
Oh
you
god.
take. So do you know what Down East is? Down East ciders. I mean, it's in the name, but
No.
Down East is not a southerner thing. So I don't know if it's a westerner thing.
I'm not west.
You're west of me, okay? And Down East
That
is the
doesn't mean.
main thing. Like that, we have ciders year round for sale. When I went down to fucking Bristol, they did not have a single cider. I don't even think I saw a fucking.
Oh, you said cider. I
Yeah,
thought you said slider, like slider.
No.
I was like,
Down East cider.
no, we don't have that.
Okay, well, it's a main brand fucking cider, and I didn't know if it was sold other places or not. But okay, so we get Busch lattes. Okay, hear me out. We take the Busch latte, pour it in a red Solo cup. Then we take a cider and we pour that in the red Solo cup. And guess what? We got Bapple.
I hate that makes sense.
And if
How
you
about we
really
leave it-
want to get spicy with it, you can get one of the flavored ciders, and you got flavored Bapple.
Wow.
And
What do you currently?
I
doing
honestly
up
am going to try this weekend because I told a
I'd rather
buddy to
shut
try
off.
to get me some fucking Bapple,
Mhm.
and he could not.
How
If you want
about we
NASCAR,
make
we
some
can
Ford
do-
Loco?
We could do some.
Fuck that shit. I'm not trying to get
What?
drunk on one.
You want to do
I'm
fun?
trying to enjoy my buzz.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jay.
Do farming sim.
I don't even know what I was doing the last time we were in there, to be honest. Oh, I was starting to harvest.
And I was doing oil barrels.
Yay.
About to oil up your barrel. What?
And he goes to the
I know.
Man, what? This is unfair.
It's 100% fair. You can't
It's
get
fair
away
'cause
with
it
oiling
counts
my
for both.
barrel and good boy in the same conversation.
Nope.
Like, you just took it 3 steps too far.
Fine. I apologize.
Good
for
boy
my
was
action.
bad now.
Jeez.
Server's going up. right
Actually, why did I say that he gets Tito's? Okay, he doesn't get Tito's, he gets some sort of tequila. I don't know tequilas, though.
Not even a scratch from here.
now. You know, the cheapest tequila. I'm talking bottom shelf.
Bottom shelf. Nah, he gets Pink Whitney. He's a fruity bitch.
What the fuck?
You just gonna take that?
You don't know what Pink Whitney is?
No,
Oh, I
you know
forgot
why?
that we
'Cause I
have a
drink hard
minor.
liquor.
Sorry, not a minor anymore.
Actually, so
I was saying, Mango, you and I are the only ones that can legally.
I'm
drink.
underage. Technically. But I still drink.
You're a
You know
Mexican, it doesn't
that.
count. It's not the same.
Oh my goodness, Mango.
Am I wrong?
Server's up, NASCAR. I'm sorry for his blatant racism.
It's
mean,
not
he's not
racism
wrong.
if it's true. See, he says it himself.
I gave you a chance.
From said
Mango.
minority's fucking mouth. It's not racist if it's true.
My
I
younger
wrong?
cousins are like 12 years old and they're already drinking beer. That's how we all start.
How we all start. You make it sound like such a common occurrence.
It really is.
I hate to say it, Jay, but I wasn't wrong. So stereotypes are racist. Truth and facts are not. And I hate to say it, but they get weaned off the milk and they get put onto the tequila and the fucking Coronas. And the Four Locos.
Why is this synchronizing data taking so long?
Am I wrong, NASCAR?
Didn't I?
Huh?
Am I wrong?
About what?
You get weaned off the milk and you get put on the tequila
Yeah,
and
basically.
fucking Corona and Four Locos.
Basically.
You hit Four Locos when you hit like what?
4.
7, 8?
7, 8, maybe. I don't remember.
He's like a drunk through his whole toddler age. That's why Mexican babies are so good.
What?
How do you?
Explain this, please? Yeah. explain
No,
that
don't
part.
explain it. Don't explain it.
No, we need
Happy
clarification.
baby, a drunk baby is a happy baby.
We also don't talk about what I'm currently doing next.
What are
Would
you
I be
doing?
proud?
You'll find the harvester on the back of the dump truck at some point.
Oh, brother.
Well, see, I want the harvester out on a job, right? But I need to ship the stuff, so I might as well take it on a flatbed trailer. And I thought, well, what flatbed trailer? The one that's hooked up to the dump truck. It's just really difficult to go down the road because I didn't take the head off the harvester.
I was fully expecting the head to be in the dump truck. Like in the bed of the dump
Should've
truck.
thought- well, it's the Kenworth, so I don't think I can get it in the bed of the dump truck, to be honest with you.
There's a mod for that. That you can use a loader with an attachment to put to move headers or heads. Where the fuck they are.
I wish there was a mod that automatically puts
Careful what you're gonna say here.
a trailer.
That's called auto load. But it
It
sucks.
doesn't work with oil barrels, you moron.
I guarantee you there's a mod for that.
No, there's not. I looked.
You know, yeah, you know how much sweet and precious time I've lost because I had to load up a damn trailer with oil barrels?
So how's it going, Smart?
Nice and smooth. We're gonna be
Gotta
moving
love
in
it.
about 5.
Ba, ba, ba,
Minutes
ba.
there, good job.
So I gave you the open set.
I'll break.
Is that any good there? Well, I mean, the setup for the cup car. Was that any good?
I was getting pulled into. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize it was my time.
Oh, I didn't know if you ran a second one or not. Oh, wait, yeah, that one. The one where they all wrecked in front of you? I don't fucking remember at this point. Gotta check to see if, because I noticed that there was notifications in the
Yeah, clean air.
2 tires did not work on 7-lap-old tires. Made the car tighter. Haven't had a chance to test out longer runs with 2 tires. Overall grip and stability good on tire run. Also, dirty air is a bitch.
Sounds like a man who's run the next gen.
I think we're pitching 2.
We sure that's not Smart Coder's alt account? I think I'm gonna stick with the A6, but I'm not running one until later.
Okay, apparently the
later,
B
maybe
open
tomorrow.
set's pretty good too, because there's a win from there. There's a Legends win, but that was at fucking. The only thing about the Xfinity win is that it was at. Oh, it was almost fucking midnight. Dude, this fucking Jim Taylor guy has a fucking shitload of wins. Oh, it's all fucking fixed shit. All rookies. And then,
We're pitching this time, pitch this time.
yeah, he's a fixed guy. But he's a fucking sponsored driver. What the fuck?
I've got a pit this time.
Car's pitching behind us. Here we come, fellas. 5 away. That's smart.
Yeah, pitting in, pitting.
Get her in here. Come on, come on.
Never had any doubt.
Yep, pitting right here.
I'm pitting!
Do you feel better or worse? Do you feel better or worse about the overall run?
Go back, go back,
Maybe it's
go
because
back,
you knew what the tires were and you were trying to do something different.
Pitting this time, pitting.
You need
What's it doing?
zero.
I'm guessing tight?
Hitting this
Hold
time.
on for you.
Yeah, but what's the car doing?
Pit 7 is the leader.
What end is... What feels like it has the least grip? The front end or the back end? Like, is it pushing 4-wheel slide, or is it just, like, doesn't turn?
Pitting this lap, pitting this lap.
I'm pitting this time, right?
Okay, exit of 2 is because you're trying to drive it through the center too hard.
I won't run you over, I promise.
Which, obviously, you're going to end up slower than the guys in front of you, but... Honestly, if you can save your front end, I know you're a good driver, you can fucking save, you'll be fine if you just slow down your center. You could probably back up entry too, that would help. Backing up entry, going up for a higher entry, because you do what I do when you try to cut off, you try to wrap the bottom too much. That's one thing I've noticed from watching you, so that's things to try is back up entry, enter higher,
Coming up on us.
don't get on the gas quite as soon.
Lap behind you. The interval is 1.9.
Obviously, that's only going to work for a long run.
Still there.
For a short run, you'll lose spots, but
I am pitting in.
The leader's on pit road.
you kind of just got to play it by ear on if it's caution fest, how the field is, if they're packed up or not.
Doing a good job, man. You got the gap 1.1.
But I hate to say it, you are a very aggressive driver, and that is what ends up making you put like a tight car for you suck even more.
The leader's on pit road now.
Something as simple as backing up entry might help you.
You're so rude.
Good, man. You're catching them. The gap 1.7. Inside.
I mean, you could.
Still there.
Eventually, if you back up entry, try not to burn the front off when you enter up a little bit higher. As in, like, cut down super hard.
Think about that.
If you can try to wear the right rear some, it should help loosen you up. I mean, can you... They got no power, but can you try to get it loose if you downshift or whatnot? Like, center off, if you... I don't know what the fucking shift, or what the gear set is, but...
Thanks, sir.
Which one you moving, Jay? That one?
Yeah.
We don't usually have Chevy in that comp.
I don't run the next gen enough to know how to burn a right rear off.
You basically have to turn it and stab throttle.
But then you're taking a chance to push in the front end even harder. If it just doesn't plant and just shoots straight. And that's...
Thank you.
Did you drop the oil barrels off, NASCAR?
Yeah, I already did.
Okay, then you can chip up some of those logs over there.
Remember them.
I mean, smart, you can always try to flick it into the corner some. Where you kind of just go up towards the fence a little bit and then cut back down, and it should try to start coming around.
I cannot hear you. Yeah, lovely.
Must be nice to easily tell your family I'm in the middle of something and them not telling you, pues qué importa.
You can find it, buddy. Find that line, man.
Oh.
The gap 1.8.
Jesus.
You know, that's really racist coming from you, Smart. I don't want to hear it, okay?
Inside. Still there at your door inside. Clear low.
You said to start chipping some wood?
Yeah, we got a million logs over there.
Not really. But okay. Where's the chipper at? Ah, there it is.
There goes Mongo.
Mongoloid has gone to work. Oh shit.
Right, take it longer.
Let me just slightly push you with this. Close enough.
Thank you.
Got the wood chipper on, but I need a.
Keep it up, man. Keep working them. You can do it. The interval is 1. Inside, inside, inside. Clear inside. Inside, inside. Still inside. Still inside. We'll take a look at it here. I got nothing from up here, Dad. Still inside. Clear, clear. Keep faster, man. I keep telling him. I'm working up here. Outside. Still outside. Clear high, clear high.
Bro's tired. Hold on, Nestor. Let me use that dump truck real quick.
It's got a salad unit.
Yeah, I know. I realized after I told you, hey, you should go chip some wood, that I was using both dump trucks. Or both big ones.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that's right.
Grind for you, so catch up to them.
Your mic is definitely not on your headset they use for Discord. I'm trying to forget to.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
Kyle, if you want it back, let me know.
Working outside,
Yeah,
outside. Clear by half.
Isn't that what you wanted?
I don't got paid for that.
There you go.
Thanks.
Thank you. Did anyone else distract with this small texture?
You're meeting that dumb friend.
I think the lights
Switching
are
vehicles.
on.
Working the bottom, inside. Inside only. Still inside. Clear inside.
Andrew, are we catching those two ahead of Michael? Very
You know what
easily,
else is ugly?
but I'm not really pushing any ball, so we'll get there.
Should go right here. Yep. Perfect.
Good. Imagine.
Do I have to connect this other conveyor to someone's car to make it work?
No. No, it doesn't work. It's just like a stability thing.
Lots of room out back. The gas is 1.1.
Probably bring his stuff up.
We'll just wait for him to make a mistake and then try to pass
You
him.
can't afford to do that with the next gen. You'll just burn your stuff off behind him. In my opinion. Well, it's just gonna make your plowing worse. It is?
Outside. Still out there, man. Still outside.
Don't you just love it when they give you the inside and then just start racing you?
Still out there.
Really? I love it.
Still outside. Clear. Outside. Still outside. Clear. Inside, inside. Clear him.
But what if he wants to be both?
Working the bottom, inside. Still inside. Still inside.
Personally, I would choose to be both. I like being both.
Still inside. Clear.
We're on the lap race.
Creeping up on him, bud. You're doing a good job. Again, 1.3.
Now, Smart Cutter, what did you say to the lap car?
Working the top. Still there at your door. Clear.
I thought that line would work.
Inside. Still there. Clear.
You know, Jay, all this hard work has got me wanting some lemonade. What about you?
Huh.
Well, aren't you a little fun bag of emotions?
Well, you made a general statement in the voice chat.
Don't worry, I'm pushing you, pushing. Come back.
Ah,
I'll be right back.
brother, my right foot is killed. Go ahead.
Oh, you did Godsworth.
I'll also be right back.
We're gonna grab away.
Outside. Still out there. Clear high. Now play over. Let's try it, Jenny.
You know, I know the perfect song that will help you out, Mark. Man, I was gonna play some Bob Marley for you, but okay.
Outside. Still outside. Still outside. Clear. Good job. Inside. Still inside. Still inside. Inside clear.
Are you running the 600? Yes!
Right.
Welcome back.
What do you mean?
Side.
Thank you.
If he's
Still there. Still there.
I'm being honest, the second you get in front of him, I'd dirty air him, but
Inside.
you gotta deal with it until the next pit cycle.
Now.
Ultimately,
Side only. You're clear.
you need to wait until something swaps because you're not gonna get away from him. He's not gonna get away from you. So you need to wait for something natural to facilitate it, so to speak. You know,
Still inside.
because you
There's
really
always
don't.
the second option.
Yeah, we don't need to tell Smart that option because he'll do it.
That's why I said there's always a second option. No, don't do it.
We're fine. Working the bottom. Clear inside. Inside. Still inside.
If you're gonna do it, you better do it right.
Inside.
Just, where is he running? Top and bottom.
Still there. Push.
Just pick a mid-entry, and if he runs bottom, on him. Fucking fence him. And then
If you
fucking
do it
get by
right
him.
though.
Do it so then you can get the fuck away from him.
Just push him into the wall so hard that you literally slow him down.
I was wondering so you don't damage yourself, but
It's not for position, then fucking move it. Move him, get up top, and then fucking dirty air the fuck out of him. Just run him off. Run off the top. No, you
average
don't want to
smart
hook
motor
someone
race.
because that's the best. That is the most opportune, or that's the worst fucking way to do it because you're gonna end up wrecking yourself by either by retaliation or getting collected. Just settle back in. As you said, you're gapping him. Don't worry about looking in mirrors until, you know, you get an inside call. And at that point, then you worry about it.
He's probably just bored. I'm gonna be real with you.
He's bored. He thinks he's fast and he wants to
He
race.
wants to race someone.
Everyone's done the same.
I've never done it as a lap car to a lead position, but I've totally like fallen back in a race where I just was nothing, so I could race somebody.
I've
Personally,
100% done it.
as a lap car myself, it is boring back there. I know it is, but I'm not racing someone for a position ever, so not gonna, you know, I'd stay behind them. And
The
if
only
they
time I
somehow make
passed-
a mistake, then I'll pass them.
I was just that's the only time I passed them. Now, if it's like old Atlanta with like new tires, I get out of there. I drive by.
That, or the Gen 4s at Kansas, when I did that when I was a lap car, I got new tires immediately. Pretty well.
Still inside. Clear, clear, clear.
I don't know. The only time that when I am a lap car and I am like racing people who are on the lap, it's usually because I am either significantly faster or it's like 10 to go and I think I can buy them, so I'm just gonna burn the shit off of it. And like,
Yeah.
if they're racing for position late race, I'll say, hey, you guys are racing, fuck it, I'll just sit behind you. Now, if somebody's getting by them, if somebody's gonna make a move, I'm gonna follow them through it. Fuck it.
Exactly.
But
Wrecking in turn 1. Caution
like,
out.
if I'm gonna have a chance of getting
Why?
even if it's one lap back to get, you know,
What
a few more
happened?
corners to in for safety rating, because usually by the time I'm in the back, it's because of because of a wreck or something, getting taken out in an earlier part of the race.
Come around the pace car.
I'll go for the extra corners, but
That was something.
We
as they say in Spain,
Is it?
fuck you, and the other, fuck anyone else.
Come around the pace car.
36 that I turn off? It is.
Pit road will be open. They could be lining up behind the 36.
Anybody pitting? I'll bet. That's coming in. I'm also getting a drink. Well, rats. Would anybody like a drink?
Yeah, can you give me a Sprite, please? And a Mountain Dew. Thanks.
I don't know. Those are all.
Yeah, I can do that.
27. Got the lucky
Hot
dog.
break, anyone?
But I have a lap car coming on outside. Here we come, fellas.
I need to go get my truck tomorrow.
Turn in. Not too close. Alright, you're
You
gonna have
can
to
get
come
your
around
truck.
the
Why don't you
35.
have it?
I took the dump truck home. It was late. Plus, it would have taken me like 30 additional minutes to go get mine. I was like, you know what? Whatever.
I thought you would slide further up the road so I could go
I'm
under.
gonna start organizing the
but-
vlogging area, bro.
Yeah.
If you want
Jay,
something
don't
else
you
to
wish
do?
you
I
could
was
tab between
so checked out,
company
I didn't
vehicles
realize,
like you can on farm sim?
there was a
Not
car
really,
there
'cause I
until
don't-
it was
I only ever
almost
really
too
drive
late.
mine or like up one of the
36.
pickups.
Get ready to rip it, Blake. I'm trying to get some repairs.
I would
Yeah,
not
but I
do
mean,
you
if you
More
could
than
just
a
like,
20 seconds for the past
you could,
like 100 laps and
you know, wake up in the morning, get ready, and then just hit tab in real life and just like
Yeah.
instantly in work truck.
No, because
not having to drive or
someone would find out and then they'd be like, "Hey, can you come in for 4 minutes?"
Isn't there like a law or something that you have to be brought in for a minimum of 4 hours?
No. Maybe in some big company. If so, I think that's a stupid rule.
Oh, one of
my
my
mom's
fucking
job, if she
buddies
gets
said that
called
that's
or
a rule,
anything,
and like, that
You
doesn't
get
sound
paid
right.
for it.
I was about to say, I get paid for all of my time. There's no minimum amount of time for me.
Is everybody
One to
having
go.
fun?
You will be in the bottom.
If you want to mow NASCAR, I'm currently mowing.
21.
Oh yeah, what you mowing?
You're
I thought you said you want to moan.
Line up behind the 21.
What?
Like,
What?
what the fuck?
Are you having fun, Jordan?
I mean, yes, but not
But
here.
I say I've
God
been a
damn,
good
Jay,
boy,
that's
and
that's
I
my
get put
spot,
in this
okay?
freaking cave.
Just drive
This
it
is
around.
unfair. Mango should
But,
go in the Super Goon Cave.
Well, he's on phone.
Are we there yet?
Yeah, it's a bitch to get back,
Yeah.
and it's hard
I'm
to
just
tell. if you
mowing
actually
this
know.
entire property. The neighborhood we need to mow, all the stuff by the actual main farm.
I've got to clean my fucking truck out. I'll probably do that tomorrow in the rain.
I need to wash my truck.
I was thinking about starting to buff my truck and do it in like sections, but god fucking damn it, it's not worth it.
You know what I have to do? I have to get gas tomorrow on my truck. I'm on like a fourth. I'm out.
Look cleaner, I'll roll well. Give those
I've got to
tires some
fill
fuel.
up.
Right?
You know,
I'm
you know what
just
I have
over
to
half,
do?
but I'm gonna burn half going to the track this weekend.
How many gallons is your tank, Mango?
That's it, my man. I know what you did back there.
25?
I think we have the same size then. I'm pretty sure mine's a 25. It's either a 25 or a 27. That's the two sizes.
Mine's either like, mine's got to be 25 because I've never run this thing dry. But the most I've seen get put into it from like when it's on E. Okay, so
Just be thankful
when
you don't
it's
have.
just getting to E,
Uh-huh.
it's like I'm assuming it's still like a gallon or two. Because when I fill it up, it goes to like 23.
Just be thankful you don't have the GM thing where like the last fourth of the gauge just goes by in 2 seconds.
No,
Every
but I have the
GM
RAM
product.
thing where it shows like at a third of a tank. I have a RAM thing where it like, hey, you need to put fuel in this. So every time I plug my phone into the Apple CarPlay, it's like, hey, fill up with fuel. Hey, fill up with fuel. And
Find
I
a
still
fuel
have like,
station.
yeah, I can still go 150 miles almost on fucking while it's saying, oh, fill up.
I was about to say,
I
it
think it's like
doesn't
70.
account for the fact that it's quantity over gas mileage with pickup trucks. Like, I'll be like, I calculated how much it would cost me to go to Florida versus when we took my mom from Malibu down there. I could get there in the same number of stops, right? But I'd be putting double the fuel in the car every time.
So, hauling my buddy's camper down to Bristol,
What was your average
It
MPG
was-
on that?
I don't know, but he has a, I don't know, it was a fucking, it was a gas job Ford. At least I hope it was, because that's what I put in it. That's what I was told to put in it. I think we had one each, and then he covered a second. Because it was like, we went with a full tank. So that was one. Then each of us paid for one.
Yeah.
And then he said the shop sponsored one.
There you go.
Damn.
Nice job.
Well, you better, it's, at this point, you can experiment with trying to have track position, because obviously saving your stuff not working well for your usage.
Still there. Still there. Clear.
Follow him.
Go, honestly, what the way I go about big track racing is go wherever the fuck is open. Whether that be top with clean air or bottom with clean air, whatever can be run decently.
Yeah, I'm
You have
genuinely,
fastest lap?
Clear, clear, clear.
Fuck.
I'm genuinely excited to get back to Indianapolis. I went there once last year for the NASCAR side of things, but I didn't go for the Indy one because it was going to rain out.
Still outside. Clear high.
And I mean, I'm excited. I'm ready to like go to a racetrack. You know, I've had that itch.
I've also had that itch, but the only track that was local to me was Auto Club.
Still outside.
Eh, I know the feeling.
Outside.
I guess I do and don't know the feeling because there are tracks close to me,
Yeah,
but they're
don't you
still
live
expensive to go to. Like, for instance, like going to Indy is not a cheap concept for me for gas and parking and hotel. Like, I don't know.
That's why you get one of those mini campers. Then you don't
Mango,
have to pay for hotel.
Mango, I don't want to know what my mileage would be towing a trailer in that truck. I've done it, and I didn't like it when I did it because I need to put tow mirrors on it desperately.
Nah, you gotta get one of those like mini Airstreams.
Like a motorcycle camper trailer.
Yep. Yep.
That would look so stupid on the back of a full-size truck.
Damn, but I fancy my bad if I did.
It'd look even better behind.
Still out there, man.
If you still had, what was it, the fucking Solstice or whatever?
Clear.
The Saturn, yeah.
Yeah, the Saturn.
That thing could
Yeah,
tow
you
it.
saw-
It had a 3.5 in it.
Yeah,
I have-
it would look fitting though behind it. Like, have you seen the fucking? Have you seen
Yeah.
what people haul with Subarus?
Yeah. I would have towed. The only thing that thing needed, in my opinion, to tow with it would have been the.
Tow
would have
mirrors?
been- No, yeah, tow mirrors, but a trans cooler.
No.
I still can't believe that the CV axle is the thing that killed that car. There were so many things I thought was gonna kill it. That was a good car. I miss that thing. I don't miss the headaches, and I love my pickup truck, but I do miss that car sometimes. The no payment, the subs, always something to tinker with. But
Yeah.
I'm honestly, I'm thinking about all the good stuff. I'm not thinking about the times that how many
So
skin
tinkering you didn't
knuckles
want to
and
do?
yeah, every mechanical piece of knowledge I have, mostly on gas, was from that car, and it wasn't voluntary. It was, I don't want to send it to a mechanic, so I'll do it myself. And I like that I do that because it it teaches you how to wrench on things. It teaches you how to visually take apart and put things back together. I like that. It's just, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get another car, and it's gonna have to be a car I can tinker with, like a project car. But I need a place to put one before I can buy one.
Outside.
Plus I need to pay off the truck.
Still outside.
This truck is gonna be pulling project car. It's one of the biggest reasons I went with a Silverado, not a Colorado. Bless you.
Sorry.
Still out there.
I also can't stand the fact that people pay as much as they do for the mini trucks like the Maverick and the Colorados and the Canyons. I'm like at the price people are paying, you could buy a 2500 pretty
Hey, Nigga,
easily.
can you chill
Yeah.
out before you kill all of us?
Like a base model 2500 Silverado is about 50.
Really?
Well, that was 2 years ago. It was 51 for a crew cab baseline, which is still more than it should be. I'll be honest, but
Why can't I come in and
Go
think
on quarter clear.
You kind of did.
but truck prices are starting to come down a little bit.
Matt,
So
you done good also?
You too, Jordan.
Cool.
bro's getting doxxed on stream again.
What do you mean trying to get dogs on stream again?
Hey NASCAR.
Yeah?
At some point, I want you to go over to the main yard and look at the pile of grass.
Oh my god. I will when I'm almost done organizing. I just got like 3 big machines and blackest truck to put in.
Why are you organizing over there?
Because it needs to be organized. It's so fucking it's everything.
But we use
everywhere.
that stuff.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it doesn't all
Who's
need to
got
be
Odie?
like one little pile where it was. Because I was trying to grab logs and everything, and I had to maneuver the entire.
Bro
fucking-
finally is seeing the other side of the fence right here, what I deal with it.
Bro's got
all the
ODD.
time. Look, I'm not gonna lie. The biggest reason I love being organized in this game is because I deal with real life unorganized crap, and it drives me nuts.
Oh,
Like, I
Jay,
don't
one
think-
thing I did with the 25 server is I moved the
Sorry.
plow and sander over to the logging because I have now storage for it.
What, yours or the rest
Yeah.
of it?
Mine.
I don't care.
There is no other plow and sander.
Yeah, there is.
Not
I have...
not in the storage.
Yeah, there was a V plow and 2 whiteouts in there.
Oh wait, yeah, no. Yeah, I meant sander. There was no other.
No.
I said plow and sander. I was like, that's I fucking brain dead. Okay. I have to run fucking errands as well. I have to go fucking get mom ice cream, dad fucking a roll of welding wire.
I find that funny. I was about to just get my mom some ice cream today too.
It's been a minute since I've had ice cream. Probably have some this weekend, honestly.
Well, you know what they say? It's really hot outside, and
It is not hot here. It is 40 degrees and rain.
give me your damn
It's
weather.
not been hot, but it's not been cold.
Oh, we're
Like,
getting
it's been
we're getting warm
55 today, overcast, but it was fucking,
Clear, clear, clear.
it was 60, 70 start of the week.
You get that fresh weather, bro. What the fuck?
Did y'all all live?
now. Don't live in a desert.
I don't. I live
Fresh
in a
weather.
field.
It's been fucking raining every weekend. It's been since Christmas since we've had a fucking dry weekend. We have gotten 2 fucking races in. It's been raining way too goddamn motherfucking much. Sorry. 2.5 races in. Race weekends in.
That means less money for you to spend.
No! That means less money that I'm making. Because I work at the track.
Oh, you poor man.
It's funny, Mango. You and I will have very different jobs by the book definition, but a lot of the stuff we deal with is in fact the same. Seasonal. Our work's completely dependent on weather. And other people's
But the complete-
bidding.
Actually, in the summer, in general, our jobs are very dependent on the same weather.
Still there.
Yes, if it's, well, except winter. No, you
No,
come in
you-
after it snows.
Even winter.
Clear.
Yeah, I used to. I didn't really much this year. Don't fucking know why, but
I don't know. All I know is
actually,
that
there really wasn't any big storms. For me,
we
from the
had
north.
we had probably
There might have been like 2.
we had 1 or 2 of them that were like just long. They weren't like a lot of snow, but they were just. It's like I'd go out and clear one route, and then by the time I was done with that, and I'd have to go back and clear the other one I had just done. Those ones drive me nuts. I can't like. I'm fine with like a mass amount of snow. I can't stand the ones where it's like
You want it to shit and get off the ball.
I want it one and done. I really don't like for instance, because we have 3 salt trucks, right, and I'm one of them. So it's like when I go into a place, I gotta scrape it and then salt it, which takes me
Yeah.
like triple the time of like a normal plow site.
Nice.
And so when I get in there and I like scrape it all off and it's nice, and then it snows back on top of it enough to where I have to scrape it again. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Especially after like if you have like the ones that get you is like, my rule is if I have to scrape more than twice, I just leave and then come back in an hour.
Oh my god.
What?
So we have our parking lot plowed by a company. They'll come in after the storm is done. But we have back islands and heated pads, which both need the shit to be pushed off of it or pushed out in the way for them to take it. Back islands aren't too bad because we can obviously take a shovel to it, just push it out like a 2 or 3 feet out. So then they can fucking. Wow. The fucking heated pads suck because they only like half work. And I don't mean like they work half the time, I mean they half work all the time.
Oh, nice.
No, because it makes it into slush.
I'll rephrase. Plowing slush is like that
sucks because everything gets stuck.
Well, I've told people any number of times, look, you're basically asking me to plow water with a truck. How do you think
because it goes everywhere.
Gonna go? Yes, it's like I can
snow
angle
at
the
least
blade
will, like-
hard to the right, but if that wants to go to the left side of it, it's going to the left side of it.
Like a wet snow isn't too bad. Where
well, that purely depends on what you do. Like me doing streets, a wet, heavy snow is murder.
Yeah, I'm saying like heavy, yes. Like a slightly wet snow where it just kind of fucking
all clumps
sticks
together and
together.
goes off. Yes, I love that. That's the best looking.
That's
snow
perfect.
plow.
That
That's
is
the
perfect.
best looking because that stuff cleans so nice. You don't have to like double scrape.
Hold on 1 sec.
I either want that or like super fluffy snow. Super fluffy snow cleans nice too. You want to hop on one of the riding mowers, NASCAR? And we're gonna do this field to the right because we own it between the logging and the neighborhood. Actually, if you want, you can go in and start doing the neighborhood with it. The fact that the Mean Girls soundtrack to start playing is peak. Spotify's cooking right now.
We're listening to music?
I am.
Lucky.
I would stream it, but my like songs are going to expose me, so I'm good. If there was one way to show that I have ADHD, it'd probably be my like songs on Spotify.
It's not just your like songs; it's also your buddies' like songs.
Yeah, but a lot of them are mine. I mean, there's the occasional one that's his, but like I don't have a flow to my like songs. Like I have playlists off of them.
I have phases.
Yes,
of my
exactly. Like
songs.
you can see like the punk rock thing that I was going through, and I still like the song, but you can see where like 10 songs are all the same genre right next to each other.
And then the next 10 songs are like white girl music. And the next 10
100%.
songs are like fucking oldies country. And then the next 10 are like fucking
Like
rock.
AC/DC,
Like, yeah.
Van Halen.
Does this thing have lights?
No.
Then you get like,
Liar.
or at least for me, it goes from like white girl music to like,
John Denver.
no, it goes from like white girl music to like fucking whatchamacallit, like Dexter and the Moon Rocks, and then it goes to fucking oh fuck, that hurts. Then you get like fucking what the fuck group am I thinking of right now?
I don't know.
My brain is hurting if you can't tell.
Oh, like fucking Juice World and fucking Eminem and shit like that. And then it just goes completely off the fucking boards.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I'll be right back.
All right. Well, you did a 400 lap race. What were you thinking? Are you having fun? Are you competitive? Well, it seems like your best answer then would be I don't know and maybe. The most Riz-filled line I've ever heard in my life was I'll see you in Calc.
What?
It's from Mean Girls, and it's a funny scene to me because I had to watch it for music theory, believe it or not. The musical part. Because it's a long story. Basically, we ran out of... You want a funny, odd part of my lore. I took AP music theory for 4 years in high school. Because, yeah, I did a cappella at one point, I did vocal, then I did general. Because again, I did a lot of vocal music. Still top 12 in the state. Not currently, but I was in my year. Those are the days. But regardless, you know, you take a lot of music theory to get to that point and be able to read music and all that, as you can attest to, Smart. But we were bored, and so the teacher said, and at this point I was like, you know, one of the 12 people in the school that was like, teacher really didn't care what we did as long as we did our stuff.
I think
and,
you were hanging
practice.
really close to my door.
It was after a performance, like the day after, when no one wants to do anything, you know? And she said, I don't care what you do, but if you can write it down to be music theory, you can do what you want. And we said, let's put on Mean Girl, some musical, and then pull something about musical theory about it. And it worked. It's funny because I remember the line that, like, the girl is very obviously, like, hitting on the guy, and then the guy's like, I'll see you in Cal. It's, like, the stupidest line ever, because it's, like, I don't know, it's one of those things that was funny in the moment, and every time I hear the song, I think of it. I'll see you in Calc. Like, that line works all the time. Why don't I use that at a party?
Because you don't do that anymore?
Yeah, and the problem is I sucked at math. Nothing hurts worse than the pain of nostalgia on a cold night. But you supplement it with the ability to think about what you can do now that you weren't able to do then, and it goes away. Most of the time.
Sometime.
How many laps to go do you have? Hope. How'd that go? Well, you are in top split. Fortunately, that's not up to you.
Bush lattes have been acquired.
Mongo's back. You are not making 8:30.
Probably not.
Do you even... I'm being genuine here. Do you think when you say what time it is, or are you just throwing a random guess out there?
Well, Dad... Okay, so the 8:39 is because Dad's probably not going to want to work on that all night.
Uh-huh.
And in general, it's usually been 9 that we get out at the latest, and it's like a minute from the house.
Ah.
That's the 839.
I see.
Clear. Outside. All clear.
Pain.
I don't know. I don't like Charlotte, so oh, NASCAR.
Quarter inside. Clear, clear, clear. Good job.
NASCAR.
My
There's
bad.
a fence there, bud.
Go Jordan.
Well, don't do that.
Why did he leave?
Oh.
He said he was bored.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but I saw him leave too.
Careful what you wish for on that one.
Hits and then get extra points.
Ain't that a fact?
He got a penalty.
I think it was more to do with him.
If you're the
fucking
28
off
car,
the
doesn't that mean that's your lucky number?
And we didn't get a caution.
The 28 for both of us is not a lucky number, is it?
Alright, I'll talk to you guys later.
Have
I-
fun.
Bye, Mango.
Ali, really vlog on man? Oh my god.
I'm wild.
Heat of the Moment's an underrated song.
I bet.
I don't know that song. I don't think I
Good.
do.
It was the heat of the moment. You know that one?
Oh, I don't like the 80s that much.
That's crazy. 80s are my favorite. If I had a nickel for
Oh.
every time I've done. Pros
sound
had
like a
someone
certain-
better.
You sound like a certain Floridian that I know.
Ah, did you just compare him to Middle Lane Matt?
Yeah.
That's criminal.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm
I
talking
thought
about.
that. I don't think you can take that.
I'm not talking about smart being middle lane man. Middle lane man and smart are way apart. I mean,
would
they
hope-
complain
You're
about
not
each
saving
other,
it.
but
You're
you
not.
know.
You're not saving this one.
The gap is one. Door quarter.
I hate to break it to you, but I don't think you can save yourself from this.
Yeah, I can. I just have to say that you're sounding like middle lane Matt because you said that the 80s is your favorite.
I'm not talking about the sport, you moron.
No,
There goes
he
Mango.
genuinely likes 80s music.
Yes, you. The eight. I don't. What genre do you like? Before I comment, like what years do you like? If you say the 70s, it's immediately invalid.
Okay. I know. Yeah, I know that. Obviously. For me, it's more. I like the 50s and 60s era.
Well, that's valid. I was hoping you weren't gonna say the 70s, because most people that are like, I hate the 80s, are like, the 70s are the greatest. It's like, oh yeah, that same rock song 17 times over.
17 different versions of the same damn rock song. Yeah,
But
damn.
understand, my like of the 80s is the disco era. Which
Yep.
is could be debated as late 70s, but that's where it kind of stems from. I also like the 50s and 60s. I don't really listen to much from it. I have a couple songs on my list that are from there, but
How about y'all?
Obviously, as a Mexican, it's kind of in our blood to listen
Nah,
to
it's
it.
fine. You would have been past it anyway. It's like I wasn't planning to fight you beforehand.
And
Fair
yes,
enough.
we do start our own gangs and whatever and whatnot. Whatever they say that we do.
bro dropped that in so casually.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you listen to those type of songs, we get a lowrider, you know, which is something that I do plan on doing.
Sure.
Yeah. Which I do plan
Uh,
on doing at some point, right? Getting a lowrider and
Oh.
you know,
that type of car to me is an admire. I admire the build, time, quality, and I think they look cool. I'd never own one, if that makes sense. Like, I look at them and I think those are cool. The amount of time and effort it takes to maintain and build them is amazing. I would not own them. But I think
Why
they're
not?
cool.
Is it because of the maintenance that has to go into it?
It's more along the lines of that just doesn't fit. Like that, the cars that typically are made into lowriders I like, but I just don't like lowering cars.
I mean,
Like,
that's what I
to
don't-
me, and I don't want to raise them
I
either.
get it.
I like stock
Oh,
cars.
good. I'm plowing too. I get it.
I don't think suspension height needs to be messed with. But again, I look at them and I think those are cool, and the build on them is cool to me. It's like I admire, but I wouldn't own. But my car choices are picky. Like, for instance, if I had to pick a car to buy tomorrow, like my dream classic, it'd be a Boat Tail Riviera. That'd be the first
what?
car I'd go pick
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. You know what? That's justified.
I'd also really I'd love an old Impala, like the land yacht Impalas.
Yes. Yes.
I also wouldn't mind a Cadillac. Like, I'm a classic car guy. I am not a supercar guy. If I had to pick one genre where I lie the most to is muscle car, because I count like the Impala as a muscle car. Yeah, the muscle car like genre to me is where I belong. I want a loud V8, an Impala, a Nova, Chevelles.
You know, we got a couple of Novas over here. They were for sale. Or, I'm sorry, not Novas, but Chevelles.
Let me get it. You live in California, right?
Yeah.
I am not buying a car in California and trying to drive it back to Michigan.
You know, we get things shipped out to you. You know that? Look, my cousin.
You weren't listening earlier, were you? Because the problem isn't money on buying a car. It's I have nowhere to put it. Zero. I don't. I'm not paying for storage. I have nowhere to put it.
Push you here.
Just straight up.
Fact. You know what? Yeah. You know what? That's so true. If I was to buy a classic car where I currently live, I would not be able to put it anywhere else except for behind another car that I own.
Exactly, and I can't stand how many times I have to shuffle cars to go anywhere right now, let alone add another. Like, straight up, there's times I just take someone else's car when I'm like, I don't feel like moving 5 cars.
I've had moments where I've had to, like, you know, like that day that we were watching Grown Ups where I was watching like 3 cars all at once. Yeah, I've had like moments like that, and you know what I have to do? I have to shuffle the damn car.
See, I have to do that at work all winter long with like our salt trucks and our plow trucks. So I'm like, I get tired of it.
But yeah.
I guess I was a shoulder to cry on, a face on another with a smile in his heart. Yes, this is Last Christmas, if you're wondering, in May.
Man, we already know that you like Christmas.
I do. I absolutely look. From Thanksgiving to Christmas is the best time of the year. Straight up. The snow starts to fall. It gets a little bit cooler, so I'm not sweating every second of every day. The people, you start having holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas and Halloween, and you start seeing family. Yeah. I absolutely adore
Arguing
it.
about politics. Oh, you gotta love
Nope. I don't talk. I genuinely, and I mean this 100% true. I don't talk my politics with anyone. No family, none of it. Because here's the thing. It's, to me, right? What you believe is what you believe. I don't care what anyone else believes, as long as I am not being pushed on what they believe, right? So, like, I'm perfectly content with saying, like, for instance, me and Sam have a different opinion on a certain topic, right? But if someone's willing to have, like, a willing debate that's nice and, like, calm about it, yeah. But in the end, I don't care what Sam is, because I'm not Sam, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what people's beliefs are, as long as I'm not being forced to believe what they believe, right?
Exactly.
Like, after that, we're all free will and free people. We should have different opinions, or otherwise we'd be drones. But I don't talk politics because I've never once seen it go well for people. It just all resorts to arguments and people not talking to people, and then people assuming certain things certain ways. It's just, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like politics in general, though. I'm like the least interesting person to talk politics for because I don't care. I care enough to know what I need to know and do what I need to do. After that, you know, what difference does it make? All I ask is that I want a political candidate that isn't 98 years old. Like, just straight up. I want one that I think will ever have anything interesting that I want.
Yeah. I'm not allowed to vote anyway, so. I chose not to. I don't.
You chose not to.
Yeah. I just,
What do you mean?
When I got my license, they asked me if I wanted to
register?
Yeah, and I said no.
You automatically get registered. I'm about 90% sure.
No, they make you do a questionnaire. At least here in California, they do. So yeah, I didn't vote. I don't vote.
Fair enough. Who was it that? Hey. Middle name Matt. That's the one person I swear to God, if I ever hear him talk politics again, I will get in an argument with him about it. He's so stupid.
Not do it, yeah.
But it's middle name Matt. Kind of like Willing. You know what you're getting when you talk to him.
Oh.
Well, I get people that don't like Willing. But I don't think he's as bad as people lay him out to be. Mainly because I've known him for 4 years, right? You get accustomed to people and how to deal with them, I guess.
Yeah.
Plus, he's not stupid enough to mess with. To be frank, he knows I have videos sitting on him. Well, there was a long time in which I was going to release them, but I decided not to because I was tired of it. And because, again, as I've said a number of times, most of the videos I made on people were to get people to apologize for what they did, and then the video never actually really existed. Which should tell you something about somebody if you have a video that you quote-unquote made and they're freaking out about what could be in it. Guilty conscience will do a lot for you.
Oh, yeah.
Because suddenly you think about, oh, what did I say that? Did it get screenshotted?
Man, I'll load up to my N-word. I won't.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I've never once said it. Not virtually, not really. Never will.
There's no way.
I have genuinely, one of my buddies who is in fact black, printed me out a pass, like a Willy Wonka type pass that says the N-word pass, and signed it, and handed it to me, and I still won't. And I'm not making that up. In fact, it's sitting at my desk.
I need a photo of that right now, please.
Oh, it has...
Just blur it out, like, just like, how do you say, just cross it off? Or, like,
I'm not crossing off. That thing's like a memento, dude. That's like
no, I'm just saying, like, cross off, like, the actual information, you know?
Right. Maybe I will.
But just take a photo of it.
Yeah, that's one of the funnier things I have lying around. God, I remember a teacher used to make us have to, like, put collateral down to take a calculator, right? Because someone was stealing them.
Oh my god.
And they're like, well, give me your phone or something so I know you return it. And so that same buddy who printed out the funny word pass, so to speak, printed out a calculator pass and signed it and then gave it to the teacher, and the teacher was just in shock of that. It was one of the funnier things ever, because the teacher doesn't expect you to hand him something that says calculator pass.
Hey, where did you get this?
Yeah, the best part is he had me sign his to make it authentic, and he signed mine. And it worked. Because I refused to give a teacher my phone. not because I'm like addicted to it, but because it has my personal information. And if someone had
Yeah.
called, and I had people that if they called me, I was gonna answer, just because of some personal stuff. It's like I told them a number of times, I'll leave my phone right where you can see it, so you can see I'm not touching it, but you're never gonna have possession of it. One, because it was expensive too. When I was in sophomore in high school, I spent $1,100 on it. Dumbest thing I've ever done, but I told myself when I bought it, I'm going to keep it for 10 years, and I bought it in 2018, and I still have it, so.
That's getting there.
I don't know, I am not a leading technology person. I have an Apple Watch Series 3 that I bought for $200. I have an iPhone, and that's about it. I don't, the one thing I ball out on is AirPods, I will be honest with you. The AirPods Pro noise cancellation is just so good.
I think the only thing that I've bought from, yeah, same thing with you. I don't have, much technology, like, where I'm like, oh, I gotta get it every new year and everything. My sister's like that, but she has her own money. She's got a husband.
So I don't buy stuff every year, right?
Yeah.
But my overall fleet of technology, when I think about it, is vast. But it's like, what I mean by that is I have a Switch OLED, right?
Yeah.
I have the Oculus. I have two PCs. One was my old one that I still need to fix. And then I have I have a lot of stuff that I don't have, like hundreds and hundreds of dollars of Switch games or hundreds and hundreds of dollars of VR stuff.
Yeah.
It's like more evenly. Now my Steam account, we aren't going to talk about. My Steam accounts, I don't ever want to know how much I've spent. But yeah, I'm not a person where I'm like, the new iPhone came out, I just have to have it.
Yeah, my sister's like that, but the only reason she's like that is because she actually gets great deals when it comes to stuff like that. So, go for it. She has her own money. She's got her own job. She's got a husband, whatever. She's doing well for herself, and she can afford it.
It's all about what makes you happy, right?
Exactly.
I'm sitting here saving every nickel I have for a house, or basically a garage with an attached apartment. That's what I really want.
Oh, garage. Yes, a garage with an attached
dude, I want a barn
apartment.
dominium so bad. Because genuinely, like, the hobbies I have are like sim racing and working on cars and small motors.
Yeah, dude, finding an apartment or finding a house in my area that could technically fit what I want to do is impossible, because there isn't one. Every house has the same room size, and I can't fit everything in there.
You wanna know what
So
I will never do? I'll never live in an HOA. I won't.
Yeah. No.
Work at the bottom.
Never.
Still inside.
But yeah, my first phone was a flip phone, a Motorola flip phone. I am that old, believe it or not.
How old are you?
I am 19 years old. but
You're not old.
Technically, I'm.
Big dog, I'm older than you by.
I know, but man, my Motorola flip phone, man, that's what it. And it still works, by the way.
You want to know what phone I started with?
Which one?
I bought a $50 iPhone 5S. $50. That thing, it was like the smallest iPhone ever, but I love that thing. And then I went from that to a 6S Plus for like $100.
Yeah, that thing was.
And then I went from a 6S Plus to this one, which is the iPhone XS Pro Max, which is also matte. Every time, see, I'm a firm believer. If I'm not gonna buy stuff every year, I'm going to go to the top tier of what I buy. Like for instance, when I went, like I waited long to upgrade my sim racing stuff, but I went and got an R9 with the best pedals you can get.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, AirPods Pro Max 2, whatever they are with that noise cancellation, best purchase ever. Even for the $200 and some odd dollars, I've never found a purchase I've been so happy with.
Yeah. For me, it's more of a if I have money to spend on what I want, and I'm genuinely thinking about getting it, like I've been thinking about it for months and it's not leaving my head,
That's the other
I'll
element.
do
Is
it.
I have to be thinking about it for a long time before I jump on it.
Exactly. Like, it can't just be like one of those things like, oh, I want it and I'm gonna do it now. No, it has to be like, should I get it? Nah, maybe. We'll see how I feel in like a couple months and stuff. Like, for me, getting a new gaming computer is not in my head right now. Because I got a laptop. I'm good with it, you know? I got what I got and I'm happy with it, you know?
My laptop.
What I will do, though, is
Okay.
like you said, you also have a broken PC laying somewhere. I also have one. And I think I'm gonna fix that one up so I can give that one to my mom. Cause I don't
Mine
use
isn't
it no
broken.
more.
I just need to clean. I need to like free up space on it and do some other like. I don't know what I need to do. That one's like in my winter project area.
Yeah. For mine, it's actually just broken. It's not getting off a loading screen, basically. I've been told that it's easily fixable.
We'll take a look at it.
Everything's easily fixable for a price.
Yep. But supposedly it's a hard drive, so if it's just a hard drive issue, I can do that so quickly. But yeah.
How close are you to being done mowing in there?
Not even close.
Okay.
You mind if I use that thing?
I mean, if you think it works. I can't imagine it's gonna fit over there, to be honest with you.
Oh crap, that's right. I was like, well, that thing's gonna, it's gonna help me out a little bit, but it's not real.
Plus, that mower holds a lot of capacity.
This one? Yeah.
Yeah. This is what I did today in work. Just not with grass, it was with dirt for a while.
Dude, I haven't been able to get a job, a single job this entire week. That's how hard it is right now as a substitute to actually get a job. If someone gets sick, you better hope you get it. That's all I'm saying. It's that bad right now. Like, it's just impossible to get one right now. Like, it's just hard. Like, I open up the app that I'm supposed to use, and the second that I try to click on it, like, oh, look, a new job, and I look at it, the second I press accept, it's already, like, taken. I can't, like, I'm looking at a job while it's being taken, bro. Like,
That's rough.
I can't even look at it.
Are you loving your choice to run a 400 lap race?
Still there?
Sorry, but me.
Still inside. Push it. Clear low.
But yeah, for me, I went from the Motorola to an iPhone 4. From there, I went to the iPhone 6s.
Goated.
Goated phone. I'm not.
6S is a good phone.
From there,
Damn,
from there I went to the 11. And then
You
from there-
basically, you did the same thing I did, but you jumped 1 year later
Ahead.
than I did.
Yeah.
That is not staying in line.
And then I went to, because my mom got the 10. And then
The
she's all like,
X.
well, we don't
Damn.
currently have money, so, you're gonna have to wait a little bit on that one. I'm like, okay.
I promise, solo tenete
Because, like, for me, I'm like, my phone still works. Hell, to this point, my phone is still working somewhere, you know?
Working the bottom.
I never traded that thing. That thing is still in my closet or in my drawer somewhere. It's somewhere, and it still works.
When I bought my current phone, Apple was doing a deal like where it like tripled your trade-in value, and I traded in both my phones, and I paid like, I want to say I paid like $800 for a brand new Pro Max at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, but for me, when I got when I finally have a new phone, right?
Mhm.
Of course, my screen is already broken, the back part of the screen, or whatever.
Oh,
it
the
is.
back glass.
Yeah, because again, Apple's really stupid for that because they said you know to want more protection. And I said extra cost. That's all it is. I have that part. Like I have a new phone, and I decided to spoil myself to this time, and I got myself the new one in the titanium,
Oh,
and I love it. It's a good phone, and it works. It's it does everything I need it to do. Because it's not Michigan week.
it is for Carb Cup.
Don't run Carb Cup smart. Don't
I'm
don't
probably
enjoy
gonna,
yourself.
I'm gonna run. Maybe I'll run the 9 o'clock Carb Cup. Not today.
Tomorrow.
I don't know if I'm gonna work tomorrow. I want to, because I'm taking too many days off right now. And days off equal less dinero, and me gusta dinero.
You don't got part-time. You don't got paid time off.
Well, not for rain days.
I love how when I used to work, when I worked at the 99-cent store, I worked there for not that much, genuinely. I didn't work there that long,
Oh.
but I only got sick one time, and I was out for like 3 days.
See, I
was
don't.
still sick.
See, I don't get like, I don't ever get colds, and what I mean by that is like, when I get sick, it's like pneumonia, the flu,
I know,
food
right?
poisoning, bronchitis. If you ever really want to have fun, get pneumonia followed by bronchitis like I did. I had a cough for something like 3 months. That was fun.
You know what? I did have a mystery cough for like 5 months.
My favorite
not
part
joking.
is the doctor that told me I had is like, normally that's pretty rare. Normally you get bronchitis and then pneumonia, not pneumonia and then bronchitis. I'm like, great. That's what you want to hear when you're in the Dodge office. It's pretty rare. It's like, great.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's pretty rare to get two sicknesses at the
Two
opposite way
yeah.
around.
2 respiratory issues. Keep in mind, that is the one interesting point of my job, is like if I'm sick, I can still work. It's up to me because I'm in a truck, right? Like I'm in my truck.
Yeah, you're by
It's
yourself.
It's a self-contained environment. I mean, there's some stuff I do differently if I'm like that, but
Yeah. When I got sick, it was so instant. Turns out it was COVID, right? Yeah.
how many
Our old
times has
friend-
everyone in here had it?
Once.
I've had it 3, 4 times. I had
it
it
was-
3 times confirmed, and then the 4th time I don't think I got tested, but I knew I had it.
Yeah. I don't even
I
think it was
didn't go around him. I don't go around people.
Don't tell us the grade, cause then that's
Makes
too
me feel
much.
really, bro makes me
Yeah.
feel really old with that statement. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it was 5 years ago.
You know what? I hope you get wrecked out.
That's not called for.
He said he's
But-
not sorry, so you know what?
The first time I got it was...
Wow.
But the first time I got it, I was on vacation. The second time I got it, it was random. And then the third time, it was one of those times where I knew I was around somebody that had it. And I was like, you know what? Whatever.
Take me now. Yeah, take me now. Right now.
I just didn't. By the end of it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Is that better? Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then, I don't know. There was a point in time I was just so tired of hearing about it. Because here's the thing, my junior and senior year of high school were ruined because of it.
For real.
And
I want to know what happened was, Elliot,
the thing I long said is like, there's some stuff I wish I could done, like the Vienna stuff, like singing at Beethoven's 150th. That's always gonna, and all expenses paid, always gonna plague my mind, right? But I also, in times like that, I remember like, I took, first off, my SAT and ACT scores are waived. I can get into any university because of that. I have a waiver.
Nice.
But I also took so many of those classes from fun places. Like I went to Florida for a week and a half and just took all my virtual classes by a pool. Like, I was fortunate enough to have, I got my braces off 2 weeks before the pandemic, which was on March 13th. And then I got my driver's license in February of that year. And I had gotten my car fixed in December. So like I was set. I genuinely would just get in my car, there'd be no one on the roads, and just drive. Gas was $1.10 a gallon at one point here. So it was like it didn't cost you anything, you know, to go cruise.
Those were the days.
Obviously got to take 2 tires.
Slamming me's not
Hello,
gonna do
Shoke.
anything. They're gonna fucking back up.
Also, Shoke, you can make a pick, by the way. Also, I can't hear you.
No point
Here
in
we
getting
go,
on
fellas.
that. Getting in.
5 away. At your mark now. Turn it. Nice and
God,
easy.
people say
Right
that.
behind this sign.
You're assuming there won't be a caution.
The road speed all the way down.
What is Spotify cooking right now? Jesus. Huh. How's it going, NASCAR?
I stopped for a second because I wanted to open up a bag of Cheetos.
Valid. I
But
asked
other
him,
than
I'm
that-
almost done spreading this. You wanna know how many liters there were in that pile?
Not really.
Just short of
29,
200,000.
We cut 200,000 liters of grass.
We are having a hard
Yeah.
time hearing you.
Welcome back,
Can you
Schultz.
Get that mic a little bit
I wonder
closer
if
to
you
your
can
mouth.
I think he's
now.
trying to
Maybe help
troubleshoot
us
his
a little
mic.
bit. 1 to go.
You gotta dump the clutch, Schultz, and then you gotta press the gas, and then just dump. Yeah, you gotta dump the clutch and press the gas.
God, I made a generic, because I'm like known as my friend group's full of like people that are they're either a car person or they don't know how to change a tire.
Yep.
And we made a pamphlet once about like for the non-car people, right? That's what it was named. And we did like a troubleshooting guide, and one of them was, do you have WD-40 zip ties and duct tape? And I joke, but that's genuinely in like my kit in my car or my truck. Because genuinely, I've almost never come across something that cannot be emergency fixed on the side of the road with one of those tools.
Yep.
I mean, it's not a permanent fix, but to be fair, the most permanent fix is a temporary one, right?
Always. Like right now, my permanent fix right now is a sealed up tire.
Yeah, my shifting cable, like the one that on the transmission side, right, was zip tied on there for the last 3 years of that car's life. Because the bushing,
You ready?
Hey Jay, I know you just finished that.
Green.
you can dump another pile.
Okay. I didn't want to intrude.
I don't mean to intrude, but
I got more grass for you.
yeah.
Door.
I don't mean to I have to dump this somewhere.
Clear, clear, clear.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
All clear on that.
Yeah, I don't think it's getting the mic working. Yeah, but the one time I got COVID, it was like I got hit with like a goddamn fucking coma. I tried when I got COVID, I had iRacing, right? Like I still like it was this year like when I got iRacing and everything, right? I told myself I'm gonna try to run one race because I want to get to D class. I ran one fucking race and I almost fainted in my chair because I could not handle it mentally or physically.
You know what's interesting about like COVID thing, right? Is how it affected everyone so differently. Because genuinely, I would get like a little sore throat and that's it. The third time I didn't even know I had it because I just genuinely had no like. I had like a little bit of like a sore throat. Now my mom, when she got it, was terrible. Like. It's just interesting how it affects, and there's like all the different like different strands or whatever. But oh, wait, there's Slug.
Okay,
Is that
I don't
Slug?
know what in the world y'all were talking about because I couldn't hear you, but now I can.
We were talking. I said you can make your pick for the game, by the way.
Okay.
It's just the baseline. The quick rundown rules are basically. You can pick any driver as long as it's not picked for that week. You can only use them once in the regular season, right? So if you take Ryan Blaney this week, you can't use him till the playoffs. And you can't take anyone that we have taken, obviously. And then the order of who picks is based off the finishing order of the game.
And you can't do no NFL type drafts.
Well, and it's only based off who finishes best out of our group. So, for instance, Bowman just has to beat Blaney and whoever NASCAR picked.
Thank you for letting me know.
Bro, I chose Willie B, bro. What?
I'm surprised no one's taken Larson.
Larson as Charlotte? I mean...
Oh, I forgot because we don't know if he's going to make it.
Exactly.
It's kind of
a... Everybody knows the whole curse, but, you know, running those goddamn...
At some point, I'm gonna have to take this guy. At some point, I'm gonna have to take this guy, so I'm going...
Now I'm curious. Because there's different strategies. Obviously, you can, like, lay up for the next week by picking... Do you pick Denny?
Yeah.
You know what? That's a solid fucking pick. That's genuinely a solid pick. I'm not even gonna lie. Especially at Charlotte.
Let me put you in the spreadsheet here.
I don't like the guy, but I'm gonna have to pick him at some point, so I'm gonna get it out the way.
Oh.
And then I'll start bad on purpose.
Watch him win now. So let's see, Denny, and so that has our current roster looking at. I took Bowman, NASCAR took Byron, Smart took Blaney, you took Denny, and Mango took Connor Zilic.
Honestly, goated big.
Connor Zilic is probably. I told Mango this when he picked him. It's probably the best layup pick you're gonna have.
Yeah.
Because he could very easily just win out all of them. But he could also lay you up for the next week to pick who you want.
Are there any good cars I should buy that are like pretty cheap?
What, on iRacing?
Yeah.
Not really.
I could buy the Gen 6 car.
I mean, I enjoy that car, but it doesn't get run in host as much.
Yeah.
Like the Arca car is basically taking that over now.
And when it does get run, it's most likely Pocono.
Pocono Gen 6 slaps.
Does.
Gen 6 in general slaps on hosted racing.
I just think it slap, and it does in fact slap. laps harder than Mike Turner to
Then the
Tina
belt.
Turner.
Gonna be. I'm listening to Bob Marley right now.
Man, I was gonna put that song on for
Wow,
Smart
that
Carter earlier so he can chill out, but he didn't
Every
want it.
little thing gonna be alright. Worry. Thing.
Okay, let's not do that. Let's okay, but let's not do that.
About a thing.
Oh, where's those at right
I don't know, but all I know is that the
Oh.
GR86s are at Watkins Glen, and I want to run that soon.
now? Off breaker champs. Oh, Pride Cars at Watkins Glen. That might be fun.
I'd like
Yeah, I
to
wanna
thank
do-
NASCAR for changing my life by teaching me how to shortcut the Spotify changes.
You're welcome.
I love this song. The song's name is literally Asshole. It's so funny.
One of my favorite songs, and it's super hated by my mom. She hates it for no reason, but it tells a true story, right? It's called Frijolero, which just
Okay.
means beaner in
Okay.
Spanish. And it's just talking about how, like, being a Mexican and everything, and how white people will always call us, like, a beaner, and, like, you know, tell us to go back to our side of the river and all that stuff, you know?
Right.
But it's like, you know, it's laying out the facts of, like, you know, where you're standing is stolen soil and everything like that, you know?
I mean, the songs that speak the truth sometimes are the best songs.
Always.
And it's funny because you mentioned that genuinely what I skipped to is a song called Feed the Machine, right? And I don't know if you ever heard it, but
Yeah.
it's just based, the rich get richer and feed the machine.
Yeah, like another song that my mom.
Today said, hey, you.
Yeah, another song that my mom hates is what is it? Killing in the Name of. That's a really good song for me. Like I like that song a lot. She doesn't, but you know. Even though she's very rebellious of a person, you know.
Harvester
Like-
of the week currently though. It's got 14. I really want to buy that harvester, but it's $200,000.
You know, we could do a mango, dude.
I don't really want to buy it. I don't want a loan.
Sorry if I finished you there, Wyatt.
Alright.
What I'm gonna say, this is all honesty. Don't get involved.
Hey, you're good. You didn't. So you want to Charlie?
Glad to hear it. So 50 laps. Nice.
Do we go Pride Car?
I don't
Honestly?
If you do run it, let me know how it goes.
I'm gonna run it. Cause I want to do the NASCAR fixed, and that's gonna be a while from now. Rain possible? Oh, this was a bad idea actually.
Probably had an instant regret.
If I'm weekend, that's my bunker.
You know, I still need some help over here, Jay.
Huh?
I still need some help over here. If you don't mind helping out, if you feel like it.
I will after I finish this square.
Hell.
I do not miss mowing in real life.
I should. Like,
It's a very repetitive thing to do.
Yeah.
I'd rather truck drive and see the world, or at least have different interactions with the world, you know? It's crazy, I'm actually old enough to bet at the racetrack this year.
How
It's
old
just,
do you have to be to bet at a racetrack?
Oh my goodness, it's
21.
raining.
Really?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
gambling.
it's like 21. Yeah, 21 and older.
Yet I can buy a lotto ticket at 18, so riddle me that.
Yeah, riddle me this. Riddle me this, Batman.
So I can gamble on the government's dime, but I can't gamble on my own. Now that I laugh.
I can
I'm
buy a
really
gun,
really
but I
loud.
can't buy alcohol.
I'm not Mango though. I don't. The only gambling I like to do genuinely is like I like to play cards with like my family for like $1, you know, like stuff like that. Like blackjack for $1. Can't go wrong. It needs to be a small enough amount of money where I'm not like afraid to lose it. Because if I think I'm gonna lose money, I don't do it. In general. Because it's kind of hard to earn money anymore.
My family's all fat asses, so what we gamble on is a Big Mac.
Ah, I've gambled M&M's before. I'm no better. Food's honestly, food's a bigger gambling incentive to me more than money. Like I'll no joke. There was this place around us that was having like a free luncheon, you know, if you like bought something. And it was really funny because every like blue collar industry was there that day because they heard of free hot dogs. So they were all there in swarms. It was so funny.
Yeah, for my family, when it comes to free food, we play that game serious.
I was saying, it goes from a game to life or death.
I'm just saying, if you play Uno, right, you're gonna get this home. But if you play with food, man, that's a whole different story.
Uno is a rough game.
I wasn't even close, yeah.
Uno will get someone deported.
We got banned from playing Uno in my high school cafeteria because someone got suplexed through a table.
God damn, I almost killed everyone.
Same.
Well, the long story short is the Uno games would take like a week and a half to complete, right? And someone like folded an Uno card, and the guy who owned the cards flipped his shit, and then started calling that guy names, and then he was one of those people that kind of resembled a lumberjack in the fact that you really don't want to poke the bear, so to speak, with him. And so then he said something that like, yeah, he was not small. He looked like he could punch you through a table if he really felt like doing it.
And he probably will.
Yeah, and then the small guy, it was like a Doberman going, or a pug going after a Doberman. Because the little guy was running his mouth, and then he said something that he knew would send the other guy over the edge, thinking the guy that got launched over the edge mentally wouldn't do anything, and well, he did something.
Or actually, no.
Literally suplexed him through a table. Funniest thing ever. Because it was like folding tables because we were swapping cafeteria furniture. Funniest thing ever was seriously looking over and just watching him just launch him through a table.
We had, I think this goes for everybody when they were in school, right? But we had dodgeball
I think we kicked the
banned.
wheels there, Seb.
Because
we didn't have it banned.
Yeah, just
we had it banned because it would, the way that it would go, right?
Why is
it was
telling
always
me to
two
let
classes.
the
It was my class and someone else's class, right?
Mm-hmm.
And basically, when we played dodgeball, it was like if we were like Bloods versus Crips, bro. That's how bad that was. Every time that we saw each other and we were playing dodgeball that day, bro,
I gotta drop the
you
end of the
something
plan
was
that I'm
going to go
doing
down,
right
bro.
now
It
and
was
not
like
at the end.
always like that.
Well, yeah,
But it got-
because you
It's
give
like,
high
I
schoolers
don't
the
understand.
opportunity to absolutely wail on each other without getting in
bro,
trouble
we
for
were
it.
we were elementary kids, bro. Like we were in elementary when we were
But
doing.
you were just violent.
Yeah, we were just absolutely violent kids. I mean, California, you know, you live in the desert. What else are you gonna do?
So you do live in a desert,
Come on, Gerald. 1, 2, 3. One.
bro.
Hey, first of all,
my freshman,
all-
okay, in freshman year in my high school, the first Friday was always dodgeball, and the first one they did was freshman versus senior. I looked right at the gym teacher and I said, I wear glasses. Unless you write something down saying you are going to pay for when these get broken, I'm not doing that. And
Anybody else gonna do
I never
it?
did, because I really, honestly, I'm blind without glasses. So,
Wait, you wear glasses?
oh yeah, I'm blind without glasses. Like, I can't read my monitor without them. I'm blind.
I think I'm good.
What's your prescription?
It's
Yeah,
funny
the
you say that. I
profile
actually
lenses
have that
like
sitting
hell.
here, funny enough.
You don't want to do another 400 laps.
I'm at
My mom's an eye doctor, so. I'm minus
Yo,
5.
Every time slot.
-5. I'm -2.
No, you're
Yeah.
not.
I'm minus 4.75 on my left and on my right, and -5 on my left.
My God.
Good luck, Silver.
Put her up
I'm
on the
minus-
fence, get what you can get.
I think I'm -2 on my
Gotta be a
right
person
side,
who
and
is
then
fine
my
doing everything in
my left
power.
side is a lazy eye, so I'm
Yeah, that's, see, that's where
-2.5.
you're wrong.
Yeah.
Substitute for that,
I need to go
would
get a
take
new
as many
prescription.
open
I've had this
mistakes as you
prescription.
take.
When was this written? Because I was supposed to go get glasses. This was written, oh my god. That's terrible.
Are we supposed to
That's
get glasses like
awful.
every year?
No.
Oh no.
Only if your prescription changes. Mine really hasn't changed. Mine stopped changing like sophomore year.
Clear, clear.
Thankfully, I really can't afford to get any more blind.
Right.
Outside, outside.
But no, yeah.
I think we're done here.
Elementary
done well.
kids.
Lambert's back here, right? Hard
Elementary
on the
kids
lead
and dodgeball did not go well. It got
I'm
to
not
the
doing
point
anything, I'm
where
just touched.
we actually had a kid get really injured.
Mhm.
By that I mean he got hit with like a 20-mile-per-hour dodgeball in the abdomen so hard he actually had to get an he had to go to the emergency room because of how hard of a hit that was. After that, dodgeball was banned. We never got to do it ever again.
We had a track and field day in high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who thought this was a good idea, but you know those inflatable like obstacle courses?
Oh,
They let the high schoolers go after it.
oh my, no!
And so, you know what's gonna happen, and of course
Yeah.
every group of friends is gonna look at it and be like, I'm faster than you. Okay, bet. Well, I did that with my friend, and how do I put this? That friend was big. I'll put it that way. He was a big man. And you know how they have the inflatable slides at the end, like at the top of the obstacle course?
Was he my size?
I don't know. I didn't ask him his weight, and I'm not going to ask you yours. But, yeah, so it was about 90 degrees. I jumped down the slide at the end, right, to try to win.
Yeah.
He jumped on my arm, drugged my elbow down the hot plastic the whole way down, gave me a genuine burn to the point where I had to go to the ER for it.
Yep.
And you know what the best part was? I still won. That's the only.
You're like, I don't care if I got a burn. I won.
Well, after he landed on me, I punched him because it really hurt. So I just turned around. He was one of those buddies where I was like, you know what? Fine. You're gonna land. I thought he did it on purpose. I'm like, okay.
Still there.
You're gonna land on my hand. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna land a fist in your face.
Yeah, it wasn't like I wasn't trying to hurt him, but I was more than a little annoyed. And then once he found out I actually had to go to the ER, he's like, he sent me a message. He goes, my bad. I was like,
My bad, bro.
I was like, you think? Come, you're done mowing. Come over here.
I'm not done mowing. There's still.
Yes, you are. That's fine. We don't have any more space in the bin. We have 200,000 liters in here.
Well, I guess you know what that means. We gotta buy more.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. Just come over here, because I want to load up what you have.
Alright, alright. I'm gonna turn.
Stacy's mom has got it going on. Ever listen to Stacy's dad?
Stacy's dead.
Stacy got me down bad. His mom, I don't think I ever knew a girl named Stacy.
I did. She was
I never knew one named Jenny either.
I think I have met. I mean, the closest thing to Jenny that I had was. Sir? No.
I said you're done mowing.
I am done mowing! My mower's off!
I was giving you a ride.
I don't want your ride! Yeah, I'm being violated.
Well, since you put it like that, I'm not gonna chase you anymore. I don't think. Boy, the grass.
I don't have my whistle with me right now.
Thank you for the room.
Deploy the grass.
You know what? Just because I'm not putting it here.
No, don't do. Please, no.
19, you are so lucky.
All right, I'm unloading right here.
You probably
Okay.
only one shot. I'm sorry.
It's not fixable.
Hi, man. We're in good shape here, buddy. We'll be fine.
There you go.
Yeah, that was sketchy.
Bro's the Kyle Busch. Bro's like, it's killed, it's horrible, proceeds to run top off.
I didn't mean to do that. Ortega, that's all on me. My bad, bro.
It's killed. It's terrible. It's everything's wrong with it.
You want to go hop in the dump
Cars.
truck and empty the AI harvester?
Yeah, I'll go do that. Where's the dump truck at?
I don't know, just tab to it. It's over in the field. You can tab to the harvester. It should be like the second thing you tab to, and then just walk to it. It's
Alright.
faster than tabbing through all of it.
Found it. All right, time to do.
Dang you whippersnappers.
Time to go do the water net part of this job.
Here we come, fellas. 5 away. Sure, Mark. Now, turn in. Don't get too tight to the wall. If you're gonna leave on.
Oh, don't. Uh-oh, farming sim's about to crash, buddy.
Save it! Save it! Save it!
I'm trying to save it right now.
I've been crashing. I'm like, well, that's new. Like, I'm still frozen. So, did you finish your race already? Oh.
Negative. There's nothing wrong with the car.
You're welcome.
I don't know where your mic is, but we do have a little bit of trouble hearing you under green flag conditions, so if you could push that back a little bit, it'd be awesome. We should be behind the 29.
Richard Childress Racing media availability has an announcement scheduled for Saturday, May 24th. Here's the thing, I don't know where he'd go that I'd feel better about. Take him to Penske. Or Hendrick. Kick Bowman out.
Wow.
What?
Bowman? Bowman the showman? Why not Elliott? Elliott hasn't been winning this entire season. I mean, Bowman's been more
What?
consistent than he has.
That's a take. He said, kick Bowman out of Hendrick and put Kyle Busch in. He said kick Chase Elliott out.
Alright, we need to be behind the 25.
The most popular driver, that's not happening.
I'm just saying. If everything was fair.
What? I mean...
No, hear me out.
Well, let me finish what I'm going to say to rebuttal you. Here's the thing. I don't think Alex Bowman's a bad driver. I really don't. I don't think he deserves to be replaced in all truthfulness. Here's the thing, though. When you're teammates with greatness, or teammates with people that, like, William Byron and Kyle Larson are the best drivers of the next gen, in my opinion.
Absolutely, yeah.
Chase Elliott is Chase Elliott. I mean, there is no scenario in which Chase Elliott does not race for Hendrick Motorsports until Chase Elliott doesn't want to race for Hendrick Motorsports.
We're simply if he does anything controversial.
It's kind of like you do. I guess he has he is one of the best overall teams.
But coming to the green, you're getting cleaned out real well. Do a nice start.
Right, but that's a win's a win, right?
Yeah, brother, you do your thing.
I don't know, I'd have to look back on his wins. There's just a lot of times William Byron could have won with a dominant car and didn't. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like you take some, you give some. There's some wins that I think Byron could have had, and there's some wins he's gifted. You know? I have to look, honestly. I'm uneducated in this statement, I guess.
Alright. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I'm concerned either way.
Yeah,
Probably
but
valid.
I fear, yeah, you're kind of right about Bowman being the one that's replaced, because he's such a forgetful driver that you forget that he's there until he wins.
Well,
That's true.
he doesn't dominate ever.
Who,
Like-
Byron?
No, Bowman.
Oh.
Like, when you look at the other Hendrick cars, like, for instance, I mean, Larson, we don't have to talk about Larson. But Byron will just show up some weeks and just check out. And I mean,
Yeah.
like, he'll have cars that are leagues better in the field, and then something has to happen to take him out. Chase Elliott is the master of consistency. The dude had an average finish of under 10 last season, if I'm not mistaken, which is absurd.
Yeah.
So it's like you have the king of consistency. You have Kyle Larson, who, if he ever figured out how to stop throwing wins away, he could get back to 10-win seasons. And then what is Bowman known for? And it's not I'm not trying to say Bowman.
Being replaced by Hocevar in a couple years.
That's a take.
That's what he's known for.
It's like, it's rough because Alex Bowman's not a bad driver, but he just doesn't compare when you put him up against
Other people in the 48.
His teammates.
It's kind of like how Casey Kane was. There's always a fourth car at Hendrick. There's always a fourth car at every organization, but Hendrick
Well,
is
there's no more fourth car. You know what I mean?
except for the teams that already were a fourth car.
Except
feel
for
like-
the team that want to become a fourth car.
People forgot about that really easily, in my opinion. The fact that the charter agreement that all the teams sign means we can't have any more fourth car teams.
Yeah.
I feel like that got glossed over.
I think it's annoying. I think that I think people should be able to bring as many cars as they want to the
Right.
Right.
You're not going to hurt the sport, in my opinion, by having more cars show up. But
I think that having to qualify to get into a race is great for the sport.
yes, because it creates a reason for people to watch qualifying.
Yeah.
It
It also
creates,
gets
like,
rid of Catherine Legg.
you know, the thing that I despise with, and maybe this is like the one old school fan of me that just hates it, the like all-star spot to get into the race, right? Like Helio Castroneves just got gifted into our biggest race.
Oh yeah.
That annoys me to no end, because like in the Indy 500, is Kyle Larson, who is our best driver, just get gifted a spot into their pinnacle of their sport? No.
Right.
So why are we? One of the best parts about Daytona is it's one of the few weeks of the year where there's genuinely big names that might not make the race. Like Jimmy Johnson might not make the race. Not that
Right.
J.J. Haley's a big name, but there's reasons to watch the duels and to watch qualifying in Speed Week. Versus like the rest of the season, unless I would put, you have to be an avid fan to sit and watch practice and qualifying every week. Like that is,
Right.
you are probably, if you do that and I try to mainly because of the times, I would put you in a 5% of the total fans watching. Versus in Daytona, I would imagine probably 90% of people watch the single car run because it determines where people start.
Yeah.
Kitty.
I'm gonna have to shut up for a little bit because it's the start of the race, but
Right.
I agree with you.
Hey Jay, did you know that there's a cat inside the International?
I did.
Is
It's
that
an
why you
option.
bought it?
Yes.
So why is there a woman instead of the...
Oh, and the dump trucks? Yeah, that's also an option.
Oh, so... Is that so to make sure that Mango isn't lonely sometimes?
I'm gonna go do a tour of the neighborhood at the new house I added.
Wait for me! I got a little leg!
You have a truck.
It's parked in the neighborhood.
Oh. How?
Oh,
need to add-
now I just get bored of it.
I need to add more decorations.
Go there. Still inside.
You wanna sit down?
Yeah, let me park up real quick.
Oh, these Toyotas are gonna be very annoying.
Are you driving a Miata or something?
Yep.
Yo, front does have damage.
Bro, has a bicycle. Wait, let me go get the mono bike. Hold on. Joey song.
That's what I'm thinking about while riding this bike.
Bro, you'd never catch me dead riding this stupid mono bike. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a death trap.
I like the mono bike. Pretty fun. Oh my god, you're zooming.
Wee. Oh, reverse doesn't exist. Reversed is negative. Oh my god, the turbo kicks in on this and she scoots.
Oh man, dude, the sticking BMW's got in my way.
Clear. Inside. Go there. Up. Go there.
Thank you.
Oh, I just
Clear.
pressed tab one too many times.
Outside. Still outside. Still outside. Still outside. Still out there.
What's absolutely wild to me is that Smart will have run this entire race in a time frame I will have gotten on and off of Discord for the night. He started it before I got on, and I'm getting off in 10 minutes.
Inside. Clear.
Got paperwork to do.
Paperwork.
Yeah.
Inside.
U.S. government paperwork.
You don't work for that government.
No, but I need them to allow me to leave the country, so.
As some of these Americans say, why do you need to leave the greatest country in the world?
Because I'm going over to Canada for a month in July.
Racing side by side.
I'm sailing over there, and I need a passport.
Oh, you're visiting Mango?
The funny part is I have a passport, and I've been to Mexico 3 times, but I got it when I was under 16, so now I need a new one.
Three wide.
Well, this is annoying.
Outside.
I'm guessing all those times it was in Cancun.
Still outside.
Yeah, it's
Inside.
somewhere nice and
Still there.
warm.
5 to go.
Jesus Christ.
Good up, good up. Still there at the bottom. Braking in turn 1. Clear low.
The best place to visit in Mexico are places where
Yeah.
the cartel is very active.
I know, I've been outside the tourist areas myself a couple times.
Side. And clear.
Yeah, best food there. You know.
I had street tacos over there. Best food I've ever had in my life.
This is so annoying. I'm quicker than these guys.
Smart. Have you gone to your home country? Yeah. Nice.
God, there's so much crap to this thing. You need proof of U.S. citizenship, proof of identity, recent photographs, fees.
We need your social security, credit card number,
Application.
PIN number, phone number, driver's license, everything. Dental records, birth certificate.
Dental records is crazy word. Bro, I gotta ask for dental records to apply for a passport.
At that point, just take out your damn teeth.
Still inside. I want my 11
I
IRA.
hate paperwork, and I have to do so much of it for like DOT anyway.
Oh, we gotta run. We gotta run.
Still there.
Hey Jay,
Clear.
What?
we get the skid steer over here real quick.
You can take the skid steer anywhere you want. There's a trailer and there's 3 skid steers.
Alright, I'm getting a skid steer with a damn. I just need to grab it real quick.
Dude, the people in front of me can't drive, man. It's so annoying. I normally don't get mad like this. They're not.
Flag, man. One more.
In what world is Smartcoder perfectly content with being wrecked, and then Schultz the one getting upset? That's crazy to me.
If we go into a different universe,
I don't know.
we were having a lovely conversation and Smart chilled out.
Go on, Katie.
Get right to left.
Yeah, get right to the front there,
Good stuff.
Get right, guys. I was there. Come
Don't.
What a checker flag. Sorry about that, dude. Really nothing we
on.
could have done
Casey was
there.
good. A lot of fun on racing at the front.
So how was the 600? Alright, there we go. I get the bike stuck. The fountain somehow.